World Trigger is a 73-episode anime made by Toei Animation that is about a fictional world in which alien monsters called neighbors attack from an alternate dimension called the Neighborhood. That's not all there is to it, however, and I'd rather not talk about it because of how lacking it is compared to the premises of our stories. In essence, it revolves around an organization named Border, and the main characters join Border and form a team called Tamakoma 2 in order to fight neighbors and to fulfill their goals. In the anime, there is an arc dedicated to preventing a neighbor invasion, and by the end, around episode 70, they were hinting at there being another one, but we didn't get to see it because the anime had almost caught up to the manga. From episode 49 to 63, there's a filler arc, which pretty much tells the viewer that there won't be a second season, because after the arc is completed, the characters act as if it was a real event. To the average anime fan, this will be boring and uninteresting, which it arguably is, but this is because it's not action-packed, fast-paced, or full of fan service. Although there is one scene in which one of the main characters spanks a side character. It's actually pretty well-rounded. It's not too fast, it's not too slow, and it has enough action and suspense to satisfy you. And that's what makes it so great. It places a lot of its emphasis on strategy and mind games, but it's not as over the top as Death Note and is extremely subtle. Our main characters are Osamu, who is a complete weakling, but isn't entirely useless. In fact, a lot of his team's success is due to him, but the story makes it seem like that's not the case. Yuma, who is easily the best character on the show, but this is mainly because he's the only one with any really interesting characteristics and a dark past. Chico, who is basic. Jin, apparently, even though he barely gets any screen time, and his main character arc was his fight with Tachikawa. And Replica, who is Yuma's aide from the Neighborhood. This show does well in everything that matters. However, it has nice artwork, the animation is nice, the storytelling is nice, and the music fits well with the setting, but the show doesn't leave much of an impression. Almost none of the characters get any character development, with the only development being growth in strength, and most of the characters are developed through other characters, i.e. characters are used as mouthpieces for other characters. I believe that this is due to the show's large cast, much like Arts Class, but this serves more as an uphill battle type of show, with every team being rivals. Interestingly enough, there is no sole antagonist, but instead rival factions. The best parts of the show are the downtime and the battles, because in their downtime, there's good humor, and in the battles, there's a lot to be enjoyed. There's always a twist that leaves you shocked, but unfortunately, because there's so little investment in the characters, it doesn't have much of an impact. The show has a lot of cop-outs with the fact that the characters don't fight with their real bodies, and whenever their Trion bodies are destroyed, they bail out, effectively eliminating any sense of danger. The only time in which the characters were in danger was during the first invasion, since the main characters were in danger of being transformed into Trion cubes and kidnapped by the invaders. Osamu's real body was damaged during the invasion, but it was clear that he wasn't going to die simply because it would be wasted potential. I personally enjoyed it, but this is a review, so what does my personal opinion matter anyway? Overall, I'd give this anime a 7 out of 10. It's well-rounded, but it's nothing to sneeze at. You'll marathon it and then forget half the cast a week later. This is more one-time reviews. Thanks for watching. Side note, although I give this a lot of flack, it's easily one of my favorite shonen anime. It has to be in the top 5 shonen anime. Don't at me.